Tonight was the right night to face the creature yet again after me. My friend Zoe and her boyfriend Steven fought the creature and its new recruits, and we had failed miserably to kill the creature. That same day, after we left the hospital, Zoe had told us to bring something for our friends in order to outnumber the creature and its recruits. "Surely we will win this time," Zoe said with confidence. I bought some of my friends and came to Zoe's house. But I found out that my friends also came to Zoe's house with some of their friends too. Zoe opened the door of her house and looked inside the creep elastically to see it at her house. She also looked frightened. "Zoe, what's with the frightened look?" my other friend asked. "Steven," Zoe kept stuttering. What's wrong with you, Steven?" I asked her. Zoe led me. My friends and their friends led into the house to tell us that Steven was nowhere to be found. He wasn't even in the house. That remained a ransom note, which had a tight chart. Zoe showed us a note and it said, "I had kidnapped Steven. Come and get me." Now it all made sense. Steven had been kidnapped by the creature and its recruits. Zoe had told us that we need to find Steven, and while we were we could defeat this creature and its recruits. She told us that we would need more people to fight the creature, but then a car rolled near Zoe's house. As we watched and as the person got into the car and opened out, Zoe's front door opened and said, "I can help." He was wearing a fedora and a black coat, and his name was Stanley, and that he had experienced something like this before. He had told us that he tried the ritual for himself and the creature showed up. He told us that we hid in the kitchen and the bathroom, and when the creature was hunting him down in his own house, which is just another neighborhood near mine, he also told us that he ran into the basement, but the creature had beaten him to it and grabbed him by the neck, causing him to be unconscious. He told me that the next theory on how the creature can use Kero dragon was here. You're all my next victim notes. He says when he passed out, he woke up on the bed on Saturday at 6 a.m. and he went down to get some milk and cereal for the day, but then he saw the note was on the fridge. What happens is that his own words, as if the victim was unconscious, the creature will bring the unconscious victim to the bedroom and put them to bed, and write down a note to a sticky note somewhere, and disappear. He concluded this story and helped us to agree on find Steven and kill this creature once and for all. We welcomed him on board and we tried to look for Steven. The last time I saw him, he was in the forest with me, Zoe said. She told us that she remembered it was the first forest we had experienced and it had the forest at the old abandoned shack. She led me and my friends to their friends, and Stanley had said to the forest that when they stopped to where the forest was, me and my friends froze. We started trembling and we reached to the forest, and that forest was the same forest we needed in order to fight Gordon Slimeman, and it was the location to where the abandoned Paws Inc. building was. Me and my friends started sweating profusely, and we were pale as ghosts. "What's wrong, guys?" Zoe asked. "That forest was where we fought Gordon Slimeman," I said, stuttering. "Who is this Gordon Slimeman fellow?" Steven and Zoe asked us. We told them that he was a former Paws Inc. employee who showed up in sad endings of Garfield's show episode entitled Stealing Home, where they were pretty shocked to hear about the story. Zoe then told me and my friends, and Stanley to move forward into the forest, where we hopefully can find Steven. We moved forward to the forest, and when we found him in the shack was there some sort of the same one we hid in our first encounter with Gordon Slimeman 10 years ago. There we found Steven tied up to a chair, and he was choked and gagged and wanted us to free him. Stanley uses a switchblade and he had in his pocket and to cut the ropes and held Steven. We managed to free Steven and were about to head out of the forest when until a samurai sword came out of nowhere and barely hit us. The dragons began walking out of the mist, just like how Gordon walked out of the mist when we confronted him 10 years ago. We got our weapons and charged at the dragons. We started to fight the dragons until it all became a madhouse in that forest. Me and my friends friends, Zoe, Steven, and Stanley, started fighting each dragon like mad lads. "You terrorized me since the day I summoned you, and now this is the other way around," Stanley yelled to the creature before slamming a huge branch into the creature. I saw my genius friend fighting against a dragon with no legs with a book and a ruler, so I decided to help him. My sword-wielding dragon used its sword to cut down a large tree, and the tree fell and almost hit us. I then asked Zoe about this creature and its recruits are supposed to be defeated, and she said if the portal is summoned, we can banish the creatures back to the underworld. I told her to summon this portal, and that and my friends will handle the rest of the dragons. As Zoe summoned the portal with Stephen, me, my friends, their friends, and Stanley started fighting and holding the dragons back. Zoe was almost done fighting the portal, and the portal was beginning to open. Stanley tried to hit the creature with its switchblade, but the creature reflected on it and almost hit him. My friend and my genius friend used the books to hit the dragons with guns. I saw my friend fighting the sword and welding dragon with a crowbar. Soon Zoe and Stephen called me, and I saw that they had opened the portal. I whistled, called my friends, and they listened. I told them I had a plan to get rid of the dragons into the portal and get them back to where they came from. I told my friends about my plan, and they seemed to agree. They seemed to sneak up on the dragons, and we grabbed them and forcefully pushed them back into the portal. I told my friends and Stanley to get the sword-wielding dragon, and my other friend to get the yellow dragon, my genius friend to grab the dragon with no legs, my friend's friends to grab the dragon with guns, and I grabbed the creature. My friend Stanley managed to grab the sword-wielding dragon, and my friends got the dragons, banished them into the portal, but I put the creature and used his hammer to get out of my grasp. Zoe and Stephen grabbed the creature by its arms, and Stanley used my genius friend's book and slammed it onto the creature's head. My friend did a cartwheel and kicked the creature in the face. Zoe and Stephen shrugged, and as the creature, they managed to bring the creature to the portal, but the creature got out of our grasp, and my friend then handed me a crowbar, and I started to fight the creature. As we were fighting, the portal began slowly to close. I punched the creature and hit it in the stomach with a crowbar. The creature couldn't stand up, and I knew it was my chance to get the dragon back to where it came from. I got out of the box glove and grabbed the creature by its throat. "What the earth are you?" the creature said in a demonic voice. "Your worst nightmare," I said. I punched the creature back into the portal until it closes. The creature screamed as it enters the portal. The portal closes as we went silent. Then someone screamed, "We won!" and everyone else went into playful mode. Everyone started hugging me, and they felt bad when they accomplished something heroic. Stanley then got up to the tree and then grabbed the sword-wielding dragon had chopped down. The Battle of the Kero Dragon ritual, possibly the greatest one in the world, will not know until now, Stanley said with bravery and confidence. I came to Stanley and hugged him. My other friend then came to me and then kissed me on the cheeks as we finished celebrating as the sun began to rise. We all went home feeling heroic, confident, and tired. For a job well done. And that, my little pretties, was the Kero Dragon Ritual Part 4, The Epic Battle. A Kero Dragon creepypasta written by Affan Jamsari. Affan Jamsari, I want to thank you so much for the story. Now, the story itself, I would like to say that the story itself was really good. Now, this is a really good conclusion. I really found Part 4 to be rather one of the best ones. Now, I do have a few things I would like to point out that could be fixed when you're going to make more creepypastas in the future, and I will go over them in a bit. But first, I want to go through the positives of the story, because you always gotta see if there was any positives in the story, and there was. It's best you say them. Like, I'm going to say them right now. The first positive I have to say was that the story was actually really well done, and it was pretty amazing. Like, the story itself was very well written and really well made. And I could definitely say it was pretty crazy. I could definitely say that right now. It was definitely a crazy story. But it was pretty good nevertheless. Like, the first 3 parts were good, but the fourth part was just absolutely amazing. Like, I definitely have to say, you did a pretty good job right here, Affan Jamsari, and I really hope you make more stories in the future, because I would love to read more of your stories sometime. But I do have to say, this was a really well done made story. Like, I know there was, like, a lot of time and effort into it. So, I guess that's one of the reasons why I like this story. Is that it's really well done and made. Like, I like the concept. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually found this story to be rather amazing, in my opinion. I actually found it to be quite awesome at the same time. Now, excuse me. If I have to say one thing I really didn't like, would have to be, I think it's the, what was it? I'm trying to think here. Oh, yeah. There was a few, lowercase i's in the story. I thought I would just mention that now, that there were a few lowercase i's in the story. So, you know, I would usually get angry or fume whenever I see lowercase i's. But since this is my, friend's story, I'm not gonna get angry like that, but I'm just gonna say right now that I didn't like the lowercase i's. Like, the lowercase i's, you probably already know that, you know, every time I see lowercase i's, it makes me really, like, oh my god, are you kidding me right now? I'm not angry or anything, I'm just saying that, you know, if you are going to have lowercase i's in a story, everyone's going to think that that's being lazy. Like, I'm just saying that just so you understand that you always want to capitalize your I. Especially, you know, just saying right now, the lowercase i's needs to be... Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm just really tired today. I don't know why, but I'm just really tired. But, you know, the lowercase i's really needs to be fixed up. So, I just thought I would put it out there. So, the lowercase i's just have to be fixed up. But then other than that, the story would actually be really well done. And it would actually be a lot more believable in the matter of sense. But I definitely have to say, Affan Jamsari, you did a pretty good job with the story. Although there needs to be, well, there maybe could use a little bit of improvement at certain parts. But other than that, the story was actually really well done and made. So that's definitely something I'm going to say. I really do like the story. Like, don't get me wrong. The story was absolutely amazing. But other than the lowercase i's that need to be fixed up, this was actually a really good story and a really well made one at that. So I definitely have to say this story actually worked out good and it was amazing right here. And I really do appreciate the story being good. So I guess I kind of say, you know, I already explained what I liked about it in that. So I'm going to go right ahead and kind of wrap up the review. Because there's not really much. Because I don't have, like, really much more to say. I definitely have to say that I would really like to see more of your stories, Affan Jamsari. It's a really good story. I really hope you make more stories in the future. I would really like to see that. So, that is just something I thought, you know, I will get in the future. Hope you do more of them in the future. So, I guess, with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the review as I kind of already explained what I liked about the story and what I didn't like. So, without further ado, I guess I'm going to wrap up the review now. Now, I'm going to say right here, right now, that this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these, creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story would have to be a 9.5 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10 because the lowercase i's, there was a few lowercase i's in the story that does need to be fixed up. But other than that, the story was absolutely amazing, very well done, well made, and stuff like that. But the lowercase i's need to be uppercase, so just thought I would kind of want to point it out there for future references. But other than that, the story was absolutely amazing, very well done, and it was really amazing. Well, and the story was pretty good. So, yeah, I could definitely say, right now, what did you all think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload so then you guys won't miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out of here. And I will be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.